Welcome to Lighter Than Air Flight Magazine. Let's explore stories and discoveries from the exciting and adventurous world of lighter than air aviation. On the first video program of Lighter Than Air Flight Magazine, we will take a look at the Thank You Balloon campaign aimed at carrying 1,000 thank you notes printed on the balloon. Balloon pilots and manufacturers Leandro Corradini of France and Mike DeBellis in United States came up with the idea to launch a thank you exhibition balloon in Europe and in the US. The campaign begins this week, so let's hear more about it from Leandro and Mike. Welcome to Lighter Than Air Flight Magazine.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us.
Sure, you're most welcome. And as you know, this is our first video program.
Awesome.
Okay, all right. Yes, it's a wonderful way to start with our ultralight balloons. Both of you, I believe, are working together on the Thank You Balloon project, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And I believe the campaign starts on 10th June. So could you please tell us what this Thank You Balloon campaign is about?
Mike, do you want to hit that one?
Sure. Yeah. So the Thank You Balloon is intended to spread thanks and gratitude all over the world in a time where we really need it most. We've been seeing a lot of an outpouring of thanks to essential workers due to the COVID-19, and we said, hey, why not continue this and spread it beyond just COVID-19 scenarios, really, make it part of everyday life. And our message is to spread that. And in order to do that, we are building a balloon with over 1,000 handwritten thank you notes. And those thank you messages will then be flown pretty much all over the world. We have a USA tour planned. We have a European tour planned. So it's a really exciting way for people to thank another person that they appreciate in their life, whether they've done something for them or they just haven't found the time to appreciate them. They can write a note. It'll get printed on the balloon. They will then also receive the note, so they can share it with the person that they intended to write the thank you note to, and then we'll also fly it on the balloon around the world. So it's pretty cool.
Now I understand it's like a crowd-funded balloon project.
Fly to balloon, help us build the balloon.
Can you describe how that is? For example, if I have to say thank somebody, right? Maybe the healthcare workers who are working for COVID-19, or maybe all the frontline workers, who are there. So how do I go about it?
Yeah, well, the idea, as you said, is that we get a lot of messages, so you can get yours. In order to do that, we have 2 steps of the process. The first one is to reserve and to the place on the balloon. There are different sizes of places, of surfaces you can target with your messages. The higher the bigger the surface, and slightly the bigger the cost of it. And this will be on our Kickstarter, which will start on the 11th, I think. So in a couple of days from today. So it will be live for 30 days. That's the time you have for those spaces. So that's the first part. Once you have pledged to the campaign, you will follow the instructions you get by email and that are on the Kickstarter, and you can upload and send us the text message and eventually also the picture. Because for the bigger sizes, which are quarter, half, and full panels, these are the biggest sizes, you can also add the picture with the text. So we merge them and we do a nice artwork working together with the backer till he's satisfied. So we do that. So it's a 2-step process. That's it.
Okay, so the person who wants to send the thank you message buys a panel, a quarter of a panel, a half panel.
Right, prices are quite popular. In fact, we are looking into covering production costs and initial operations of the balloon. There are also signatures that sell for 15 euros that's the slowest thing you can have. And the most popular formula might be the flash thank you message. So that's a message you can write to anybody, and the cost is 29 euros of that, with an early bird offer for 25, I think. So
okay, so this, once you finish with the balloon, you hand it over to whoever wants to fly the balloon, right? And they would have to be certified balloon pilots, correct?
Correct, Mike?
Yeah, that's correct. So we actually have the ballooning community is really good at getting together for positive things. So we invited all balloon pilots who are experienced enough, who have enough hours, whether they're a private pilot or a commercial pilot, to fly the balloon in their area, so we could get the balloon in front of as many people as possible. It's going to be flying in some pretty unique areas. It's going to fly in the Alps by France, by Leandro. It's going to be flying in front of Mount Rainier in Seattle. It's going to be flying pretty close to New York City and the surrounding states around here, in New Jersey and Connecticut, and then all across the country, really. So we already have close to 20 pilots signed up, and we haven't even launched it yet, made it a true official announcement. So yeah, it's gonna be supported by pretty much the entire balloon community for pilots.
So in fact, we will be able to design this tour exactly once all submissions have been done, and with all the elements in our hands, we will be able to plan for something. Today is a bit difficult. What we know is that, well, we produce the balloon here in Europe, so the balloon will fly and do initial operations here, and then by the end of autumn or early winter, we will ship it to the United States, where it will start 2021 year, pretty exciting year. Yeah.
Okay, so you've received responses from pilots in the US and in Europe as well?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. This is also one way, I think it will help pilots in some ways where they cannot afford to buy a balloon, but they do want to fly.
It could possibly offset some of the costs. We will be asking the pilots to contribute donations for the propane, and so that will be on the pilot. But it will be, we kind of see it coming back to them in a couple different ways. Like, for example, if you're a commercial balloon ride operator, it's a good publicity thing, to fly the balloon in your area. So that way everyone says, hey, that's a new balloon. I haven't seen that before. And it's thanking me. So it could, improve relations that are usually already pretty good, but it will help the balloon operators kind of reach out to their local community and show their support and show them that they care. So that's where we really see a big benefit for the operators.
Okay, so they can charge the passengers for the ride? They do commercial ballooning?
No, so it will not be certified as commercial. It'll be certified as experimental. So it's an exhibition balloon, really, and we do that just because there's a lot of red tape around producing a commercial balloon that could be flown in both the U.S. and in Europe. So in order to deploy it as fast as possible, we're going to go with the exhibition certificate, which doesn't allow us to charge for passengers. But our hope is that the volunteer pilots will take, frontline workers or someone that's been involved in the thank you balloon up with them on their flight.
Okay, so what about oversight? Will you be still overseeing things, and in matters of dispute, then will you take the decision what to do with the balloon or with the repair or expenses?
Yeah, so that's another good question. When it comes to repair and expenses, we are putting that onto the flyer. So if you crashed into a tree, you have to repair it, which many balloonists have done before. They have their local repair stations. It just wouldn't make too much sense to send it all the way back to us to have it repaired. So the responsibility will be on them to repair the balloon.
Well, the balloon will be insured for flight operations as long as there are licensed pilots on the controls. And for the repair, we will in any case coordinate and be behind. I mean, we will not lose sight over the balloon, that's for sure. But yeah, we will basically rely the most on experienced pilots, and we will hope for the best.
Okay, I probably think it is probably one of the first kind, right? This project, crowdfunded balloon.
I think so. I think
Is
it's
it?
really what makes it special, beside of the message that the balloon spreads. It's the first time that you can really own a little part of the balloon, in fact. And anybody, you don't need to be a
Yeah.
balloon pilot at all. You can be really anybody. You can have this message flying high in the sky. And yeah, it's pretty unique. It's the first time it has been done. And we will see how it works. But it looks like a very original gift idea that you can make to someone.
Okay. So now you mentioned that you have 20 pilots who have already applied. So how many balloons have you made so far for this? Or is it that one balloon is going to travel from one pilot to the other?
Exactly. One balloon is going to travel from one pilot to another. It's similar to the friendship balloon that Ultra Magic made a couple of years ago. I think it was 2013, where they created a friendship balloon that went from pilot to pilot. So this is kind of in a similar vein, and the big difference is that this balloon is entirely crowdfunded, where Ultra Magic, on their balloon, they built the balloon, but then they asked all donations to go to a school in Africa. So it's different in the sense that it's crowdfunded, but in terms of transportation, it will be pretty much the same. So it'll be going from pilot to pilot. And of course, once we have all of the pilots that we know want to fly it, then we're going to figure out the exact route that it's going to go.
Okay. So is there anything important that you would like to add that I've missed regarding the Thank You Balloon project?
I think that at this stage, we would really like for the support of the community, of whoever is watching for this interview. So what we need is support, and the first degree of support can simply be sharing our story. We are in a niche, so our community, direct community, is small, but we still want to make this project happen because it's just a nice thing, a cool thing to do. And we have put quite a bit of work into that. We want it to succeed, of course. And well, it will open, we have the feeling that it's something big and will open the door of other things behind. We are pretty sure it's a good formula, and we are excited for that. So sharing the story is a big first step.
Yeah, I mean, unless you try, you never know, right? And all the best.
All right.
Thanks for having me on the call.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need anything else, feel free to email me, message me, follow up.
All
But
right.
thanks again.
And thank you for joining us, and all the best, Mike. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We wish you all the best and have safe flights, safe drives, stay safe. Safe is the word these days, right? Safe, safe, safe.
Right. Yeah, we try our best. So thank you very much again, Sitara. Take care and good luck with future programs.
Thank you very much. Thanks. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please join us for the next program to look at the lightest balloon system. So light and portable, you can carry it in a bike trailer or in a standard car. For more stories, please visit LTA-Flightmagazine.com. And if you like our stories, please like us on social media. Thank you.